Hi, Fabiana, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine.
Okay, let's see. Today we're going to have a class with a topic. Fabiana, how are you? Sorry, the recording. All right, so let's check my English lab. What happened? What's your group? A7, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's take a look. Let me check. No, it's not uploaded. Let's try one more time. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to send you this link. Let me see which one is it. Okay, this one. And you can start opening it. It's to check past participle verbs, regular verbs. So you can, meanwhile, I check your name. You can check on it, okay? A7. What's going on? For some reason, it doesn't want to work over here. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. I'll ask you if I have any questions. Could you share your screen, please?
Okay, teacher.
Thank you. All right, try to find the past participles for those verbs that you've seen. Okay, so what's the name of your username? Fabian, what's your username? Do you know?
No, teacher, but I check.
Okay. Okay, hey guys. Who else is here? Rodrigo, Susana, guys, turn your cameras on.
Is this teacher? Student 2.EEO.
Okay. Student 2, I have that you work 19 exercises of 34.
Yes, teacher.
So it's missing around half, no? I believe that, who else texts me? Susana, no? Susana, what's your username?
Student 30.
Okay, hi, by the way. No? Student 30. You have 20, so you're about the same. Student 20, student 30, me, and student 2. Okay. So I'm giving more time to these two students because they couldn't finish their exercises. And is anyone a student 48? Because they doesn't have any exercises. Student 3, it's also 0, right? And student 5 have all the exercises. Maybe that's the bit. Student 5. David, can you activate your microphone, please?
Yes, teacher. Yes, I'm the student 5, but I don't know if I completed all the
Yes, you did.
exercises.
Yeah, you did. If you don't have any assignments on assignments, it means that you complete them all. No, if you still have the exercises there, it means that you have to still
Okay.
work. All right, so you guys are a little bit late. Fabian is already working on an exercise to check past participle verbs. That's what she's working on. All right, so I guess no one else needs more time. I'm going to give these two students until midnight so they can work more time for the assignments. Okay, let's you're welcome. So, let me see, guys. Les voy a mostrar ya para que luego no se asusten. So this is how I see your grades, no? So let me see. So if anyone is a student 48, obviously it's already 6. You don't have more time to work, you have 0. A student 3, same, 0, no? I'm going to give a student 2 and a student 30 more time until midnight to work. Rodrigo, which one are you?
Miss, I am having problems with the course. I told with Adriana, and she told me that there is a problem with my pace of this module and the next module. So this we are trying to solve.
You have a problem with what? Sorry?
The
Your
course.
page?
I cannot do into the course.
Did she mention why?
Because don't have register of my page of the module. So we are going trying to solve.
Oh, okay, I'm going to text her because it's important that they solve it quick, no?
Yes, I told her, but we see.
Okay. All right. Maybe at the end of the class she can give me a solution, no? So you can also work with the other students because I'm assigning the next exercises after the class, no? For the A2, no? Today, until today you're working on A1, and A2, it will be available after the class, okay? So, okay guys, let's start. Let's see the next exercise. It's quite easy. We're just going to remember some past participle verbs. So because you are already 5 students, I'm going to divide the group in 2 and you're going to work on breakout rooms, okay? So it's easier to speak, you feel more comfortable. All right, remember that you have to speak in English at all times, okay? So you have the link on the chat, click on it, and then choose one person while you're working on breakout rooms to work as a secretary. All right, so let me run breakout rooms. One moment, please. Oh, Natalie's here. Natalie, what's the name of your username? Please text me on Zoom because I believe you haven't worked on any exercise. Okay, guys, so let's see. Okay. You can accept the invitation. Let's work on this first exercise. You will remind there. I'm going to give you another exercise to work on past participle verbs. So basically here, the only thing that you do is to drag, no? You click on the verb and you drag to the verb that matches, no? You have present simple and then past participle. But you remind there, okay? You won't exit the room. Okay, any questions? Just accept the invitation. Okay, Natalie and Susana, you got an invitation to work on breakout rooms. Accept it, please. All right, guys, welcome back. So now we're going to work on this game to try to recognize verbs on past simple or past participle. Okay, so if you don't know how to work on Kahoot is you go to the page, like you see here, kahoot.it. Thank you, excellent, Fabi. And then you put this code. I'm copy and pasting this on the chat, so you have all the information there. Okay, once you get there, you put the code, then it's going to ask you to write your name or nickname. So you can write either. That's fine. All right, great. Thank you very much, David. Great job, guys. All right, let's wait for the rest. Let us know. I need 2 more students. All right, let us know if you need more help or more time or something. You just go to kahoot.it. Awesome, great job, guys. Okay, so let's start. We're going to practice, and the quicker you answer, the higher your score is going to be. All right, first question. Which is the past participle of the verb to be? It's quick. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Being, excellent. Most of you were right. Great job, guys. You have to be quick. It's around 10 or 20 seconds top. Next one. Which is the past simple? Past simple, no past participle. Past simple of begin. All right, begun. No? Let's see next. All right, guys, next. Which is the past participle? Once again, past participle of find. Quick, guys. All right, found. No, past participle of find is found. Next. Past simple of drive. All right, great job. Drove. Next. All right, guys. Past participle of forget. All right, great job. Forgotten. Past participle, forgotten. Next. Okay, past simple of choose. Past simple. All right. No? And past participle is chosen. Great. Next. Past participle of become. I'm pretty sure you practice this one. Become. Yay. The same. Next. Great job, guys. Next. Past simple of eat. Three, 2, great, 8. Past simple. And participle, does anyone know the participle of eat? Fabiana? Do you know?
Eaten.
Eaten, excellent. Okay, next. All right. Oh, it hid it. Next. Past participle of fly. Great job, fly. Next. All right. Translation of the irregular verb begin. What it means begin. Comenzar. Iniciar, comenzar. Great. Next. Past participle of fall. You also practice this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, great job. Fall. Next. Past simple of be. I know that Susanna knows it. Was, were, yes, great. Was for singulars, were for plurals, no? Great job, guys. Next. Past simple of fell. Felt, yes, great job. All right, next one. You're very tight. Okay, past participle of do. Done, yes, great. That one was quite easy. Okay, the faster you respond, the higher your score will be. Okay, you have to respond quick. Where do you say garden? Can you guess? Garden. It comes from God, no? Garden. In America, yes. It's an American or expression or use of the verb. Great job. Next. Past participle of go. All right, great. Done. Next. Past simple of leave. Left. Yes, great. Next one. Past participle of give. Given. Great job. It's not a regular verb, so it changes, no? Next. Past participle of know. I know that Natalie knows this one. Known, yes, great job. Next. The word lost is a noun, past simple, past participle, and past simple. The verb, no? Past participle and past simple, yes, right. So it's both at the same time, no? It's the same word. All right, great job, David. What's the translation of choose? Go ahead, yes, escoger, elegir. Great, next. All right. Past simple of lend. When you give someone, you lend someone, no? For a temporary time. For example, I can lend some money, but that person is borrowing. No? Do you understand that logic? Let me know if you don't, so we can check that. It's a tricky word. Past simple of swim. Great, very good. Swan. All right. Past participle of kept. Kept. Yes, kept. Sorry, I think I kept it. All right, next. Past simple of change. All right, change. No, it's a regular verb, so we just add the D at the end, no? Change it. Next. Which is the past participle of study? Same, no? It's a regular verb, so we just add the ed at the end. No, however, we change the y for an I, no? That's the rule. Next. Okay. Past simple of play. Play, yes. Same thing, same logic. And played is also past participle. No, for all the regular verbs, past simple, this is a regular verb, no? The past simple and the past participle for regular verbs are the same. All right, next. Past participle of look. Looked. Same thing, no? It's a regular verb. So for regular verbs, the past simple and past participles are the same. We just add a determination. It could be E, it could be D, it could be ED, or it could be IED, no? Because it's a regular verb, that's the rule. But for irregular verbs, however, we have to change the whole word, right? And finally, meet. All right, met. Okay, guys, so let's see how you did. Oh, you still have some? Oh, what? Sorry. Past participle of stuff. I believe that was the last one. Okay, yes, that was the last one. Now it is. All right, Fab is third. Who's second? All right, great job, guys. So that's the podium. Give me one moment, please. I'm sharing my screen. Now we will start with today's presentation. You may have or may have not guessed. Today we're going to do a perfect tense. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen, guys?
No, teacher.
Not yet? Okay, sorry. Give me one moment. Maybe I'll close this and it will work. All right, guys. So let's start with some questions. We're going to do it randomly. So let's see. Rodrigo, where have you traveled?
Here in Bolivia,
Yeah.
around the country, for example, Santa Cruz, Oruro, La Paz, maybe these apartments or cities, and far of the Bolivia, I went to Chile.
Nice.
And
that's fun.
Just that.
All right, great. So what happened when I asked you this question? Did you have something that it wasn't very clear? Where have you traveled? Was a bit confusing, Rodrigo, maybe?
No, no. I believe no. I
All
understand.
right. Okay. However, if you pay attention to the question, it's too big, right? It's where have you traveled? I mean, like this year, this month, in the last 2 years, it's not mentioning, right? It's too general, it's too big. However, we understand, no, we understand the question, but it seems too big. Let's see the next one. Fabiana, what sports have you played?
Well, I played football, basketball, and volleyball.
All
And my
right,
favorite is volleyball.
that's awesome. So it seems like you're a very active person. You like to do sports. That's great. Same thing, right? What sports have you played? No, it's like really big. You can think from maybe from where you were, I don't know, 6 years old, no, until now. Maybe in your mind you're thinking maybe just like in the recent time. Not also, it's a big question. Next, David, could you read the question?
Where is the best place you have ever been?
Yep.
The best place I have ever been could be Robore.
All right. Can you tell us why?
That's why the travel was in for several places.
Okay.
So it was a tour in the car, and we driving around all the places that we found in the town. So it was interesting.
Nice. So I'm really glad to hear that. So also, no, where is the best place you have ever been? No, it's like huge. That's a huge question. No, it's like maybe saying in your whole life, no, where is the best place you have ever been? It could be a really difficult question not to think of, no, because you're like, oh my God, I have to remember all these places that I have been, right? Also a very big question. Let's see, Natalie. Could you read the next question, please?
Okay. How do you say hace años?
I'm going to write it 2 years ago.
Okay, thank you. Years ago, the jump of the, how do you say puente?
I jumped. Oh, you did bungee jumping?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Was it fun?
Excuse me?
I'm going to write it.
Okay.
Was it fun?
Fun.
Experience for you? Fun? Was it fun for you?
Yes. How do you say adrenaline?
Oh, adrenaline.
Adrenaline and nervous.
You got nervous?
Yes.
Was it scary?
Yes, un poco.
A little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great, thank you. So also, no, thank you very much, Natalie. So when she answered the question, she think of many experiences that she had, no? Maybe some experiences started to come to her mind and then she picked one. So it's also a very big question. No, and finally, let's see, Susana, I'm not sure, she's at work. Susana, maybe, I'm not sure if you can respond.
Sorry, Miss.
That's fine, no worries. Could you read the question, the last one? Thank you.
What interesting foods have you eaten?
What can you mention? Maybe you can mention 3.
I know. Maybe a donut with bacon.
Oh, wow. That's really very strong.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe we can stop there. It's fine, no? Something really weird, no? Maybe very spicy, or maybe it could be something like very, I don't know, like if you were in some exotic place, I don't know, like snake or something like that. No, those can be really weird, interesting. Okay, thank you very much, Susana. So this type of questions are examples of the topic we're going to see. I wanted to start with this because I wanted you to understand that it's not necessarily asking you in a specific time. No, it's like very general. The topic we're going to see doesn't care about a specific time. All right, let's start with that. I'm not forgetting anyone, no? No, okay. So the topic that we're going to see, it's the present perfect, but it's called indefinite past. It's called indefinite past because we don't care about the specific time when it happened. We don't care, all right? It's just, we want to know when something happened, okay? So the present perfect, no, just a reminder, all the perfects use either have or has in the present, no? Or the same word in past, maybe, no? If it's past perfect, had, no? But we're going to concentrate in having has, okay? So we use this tense to talk about something that happened at some time in the past, but not at any particular time. No, we are not concentrating in a moment, maybe years, or maybe months, or maybe days. No, we don't care. We don't care the specific time. We're talking about it could be during your whole life. No, it's very general. So it's called indefinite past exactly because we don't care. We don't care, or we don't give an exact time. We're not specifying that. So it's not important. For this tense, it's not important. Okay, or we don't know it. All right. So this is an example. Let's see. Natalie, could you be Talia, and David, could you be Tony, please? Thank you.
Okay. Talia, have you listened to the recording?
Johnny. Yes, John and I have both listened to it.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Again, the question, no, it's using have, and if you have recognized in the questions, the verbs go in the past participle. No, we practice a lot at the beginning of the class, participles. Why? Because you are going to use them in this tense, in the present perfect. So for instance, this is a question, no? Have you, like the questions we've seen before, have you listened to the recordings? It's not asking when. Have you listened to the recordings yesterday, 2 hours ago? No, we don't mention the time in the present perfect, okay? And he goes, yes, but he's just mentioning, no, about if during, maybe, I don't know, we don't know, right? Maybe the last days or last weeks or last month they were doing this, they were recording something, no? But they doesn't care either, all right? So they are not interested in when this happened, in when they listen to the recording. She only wants to know if Tony had listened to it, that's all. No, they doesn't care exactly when, no? Just to know if it happened or not, that's all. Okay, any questions so far? To start with this topic, we don't mind, we don't care. It's not important for this tense to know the exact time when something happened. In this case, we're seeing a question, right? But we can see this also in sentences, affirmative and negative. We're going to practice in a moment. All right, but is it clear so far?
Teacher,
Yeah.
when we talk about present perfect and in the indefinite past, it's the same thing. I don't see the difference between.
Yes, I mean it's like the present perfect in their simple way. No, we are just talking about something general, like the examples or the questions that we've seen before. And is it called indefinite present because we are not mentioning the time? However, the next level, if you want to call it, now this will be the first level, no? The second one, which is a little bit more advanced, yes, they use the time, but it's used with another tense. It's used with the simple past together. And we use some words to put these ideas together when we mention the time. No, this one is like a simple way to see the present perfect, which is the indefinite past. And furthermore, we're going to see, no, when we use the time or the specific time present perfect. However, it's a step higher. No, we're starting from the beginning. All right, we're going to see it. I will leave this in 2 modules, or maybe 3. All right. So, any other questions? This is like the easiest way to see the present perfect. If maybe you can understand better in that. No. All right, let's continue. Let's see what time is it. All right. So, like you see in the examples of the questions that I asked you at the beginning, it's very common to use ever or never with the present perfect. So let's see the first one, ever. We use ever in questions with this tense, no, the specific indefinite past, no, when we don't care about the time. And it means at some time before now. No, it's have you ever, let's see, David, have you ever eaten snake?
No, I have never eaten snake.
Okay.
But anguila.
Oh, wow. Very similar, very weird, very exotic. Okay, thank you. So, no, the ever is to ask about, oh, at some point, time before now, have you ever eaten? No, that's the meaning of ever. If you ever, and then it's asking basically about experiences. The use of ever is talk about experiences, weird things that you have, that you could have practiced in your no? All right, so let's see an example. Tony, Rodrigo, can you be Tony? And Susana, Talia, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tony, have you ever heard of Nick Crawford?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have.
Thank you very much. No? Again, we're seeing a question, and then we have the use of have. All the perfects uses have or has. All right, and then we have ever to express that at some point. Have you heard of Nick Crawford? No, it's asking. It could be anything, no? And then she goes, yes, I have. No? It's basically just to know if it happened or no. No, it's yes or no. The question is going to be yes or no. All right, a closed question. All right, any questions so far? Oh, and by the way, ever is gonna go before the past participle. All right, that's important. It goes before the past participle or before, well, in this case, heard. No, have you, then ever, and then the participle. All right, before the participle goes ever, and you cannot use a present perfect with an exact time. It's incorrect if you mention the time. For instance, yesterday, no, it's a time expression, no? So if we say they have listened to the tape yesterday, it's incorrect. We do not mention the time in the present perfect in this way. When we use it by itself, like we're seeing here, we do not use this. However, I'm sure you have seen maybe some perfects and then another tense too. In that case, yes, but when you see the present perfect alone, like you see in the questions, for instance, you do not mention. It's incorrect if you mention the time expression. No, it's incorrect. We do not. So this is a great example. Have you ever, blah, 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 action, complement, that's all. Not time expression. All right, any questions so far? I believe we have 3 more slides.
Teacher,
yeah.
We use ever. In this case of present perfect infinitive past, we use ever only in questions?
Yes. And then for answer is never. Okay, so this is important that we have to use this for questions. No, when we answer, we use never. So let's see the next one. So we often use never with the present perfect, and it means no time before now. Like we know that the meaning of never, no never. And it's also gonna go before the past participle. So let's see the example. We have Amy, Talia, Fabiana, could you be Amy, Susana, Talia, please? Thank you.
Yes, teacher. My sister has never heard of Nick Crawford.
Has she ever been to a soccer game?
No, never. And she's never watched one on TV.
All right, great. Thank you very much. So as you can see here, we have a affirmative sentence. No, my sister has never. Nobody's basically saying no. She has never heard of this person, and it goes in affirmative. It could also, well, it's just for affirmative, not for negative, because obviously this is negative. And for questions, we use ever. Has she ever been to a soccer game? No, ever is for questions, never is for affirmative responses or statements. No, and then afterwards they go, no, never. She's never watched one on TV. So the logic is always the same. In this case, however, we're seeing has. Why has? Because he, she, it uses has. The rest uses have. It does, and you is obviously an example, an exception, sorry. Because you is for singular and you for plural, no? So the rest of the other pronouns use have. But just he, she, it uses has. All right, that's why here we have my sister has, no? His sister is a she. No? That's why it uses has. No, never she. And here, usually, this is a conversation, right? In all conversations or informal interactions with someone, we have to use apostrophes. So instead of saying she has never, the correct way is she's, no? My sister, no, it's incorrect. No, my sister has. And then at any point that you're going to talk, it doesn't matter the tense, with all the tenses, if you're in a conversation or an informal interaction with someone else, we use contractions, all right? Contractions are for informal conversations. That's very important. But if the conversation or the interaction is more formal, maybe with someone older than you, maybe your teacher, maybe your boss, maybe your grandparents, no? It could be the case. We don't use contractions. No, contractions are all of this. No, here this is a contraction. I don't think we have more. But instead, for instance, no, instead of saying she has never watched one on TV and you're talking with your friend, the correct way will be no, she's never watched. In the construction, the contraction, sorry, for have is, for instance, no, I, or you, no, or they, we. No? For he, she, it is his, she's, it. That's the contraction for have or has. No, it's quite easy. So you just put it together. No? All right. Any questions so far?
Teacher, in the example, the S is for has.
Has. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Here we don't put it because it doesn't apply. When we put after a noun is possession. No, in this case, it's not possession. So that's why we don't put it here. No, after any noun or pronoun, we can use contractions. No. However, because it's a person, they were mentioning, were specifying, it doesn't apply. It's incorrect. If we put apostrophe S here, it's possession. My sister's whatever. No, my sister's dog, my sister's whatever. All right, any questions so far? Okay, so never, it means at no time before, and ever, it means at some time before. That's why ever goes in question, no? Ever goes in questions. Have you ever, blah, blah, blah. And never, it's at no time. No, sorry. No, she has never heard of. All right, so ever for questions in present perfect. And never to, it could be to respond or for statements in affirmative. All right, any questions? Let's continue. Oh, we won't have enough time to do this. All right, so okay, this is important. These are words that help us to specify if something had happened in very recent, it happened recently, no? Just recently or lately. In American English, it's more common to use just with simple past, no? I just ate, or I just took a shower, no? A simple past, no? However, we can use it also in present perfect. It's totally fine to use it, no? Just, it means that it just happened, no? Like seconds ago, minutes ago. Recently, it's a little bit bigger, and lately, it could be a little bit bigger, no? So, and we can also use recently in simple past, no? That's all. But we're concentrating in present perfect. So, it's the same to say, Natalie, could you read this one, please? These two sentences.
Okay, Tony has just received a tape, or Tony just received a tape.
Okay, thank you very much. So in both cases, it's the same idea, no? But different tenses. Here is present perfect, here is past simple, no? Tony just received, no, the verb in past participle. Here, not past participle, past simple, sorry, past participle. So different tenses, but the idea is the same. The meaning is the same. No, Tony has just received a tape, or Tony just received a tape. The meaning is the same, even when we're using different tenses. No, this is present perfect. This is past simple. The meaning is the same. That doesn't have any difference. Rodrigo, could you read the second one, please?
Okay. Someone has recently offered Nick money, or someone recently offered Nick money.
All right, great. Thank you very much. Same idea. No, here we have present perfect. Here we have past simple. Different tense, same idea, and the same meaning. All right, the meaning is the same. No, it doesn't matter which one I choose to use. The meaning is exactly the same. No, it's up to me. How do I want to express? No, my idea. Okay. So any questions so far? These three words help us to talk about if something happened at some point, but recently, no? Recently, just, and late. To specify, no, that it happened, no? Just is just like seconds, minutes ago, no? Recently, it could be a little bit bigger, no? From now to the past. And lately, it could be even more bigger. No? Lately, it could be even maybe like it happened several times, no? Lately. All right, any questions? No? Yes? All right. So these are just words to help us to specify the time, no? That it happened maybe not so far from now. That's all. Just recently and late. They are adverbs of time. If you remember, we were seeing adverbs yesterday. No, these are adverbs of time. Okay. So with the present perfect just comes before the past participle. So let's see the example. David, could you read that, please?
Someone has offered Nick money recently.
Okay. So usually recently comes at the end of the sentence. And lately has the same meaning or a very similar of recently, but we use it just in the present perfect. No? Lately, we don't use it in the simple past. And lately goes not before in the past. No, it usually goes at the end of the sentence, like recently. Recently and lately goes at the end of the sentence. Just comes before the past participle. No, if I have the past participle here, it comes here. No, he has just fallen. No, just goes here, like we seen in the previous one. No, the previous slide. However, recently and lately goes at the end of the sentence. It's like yesterday. Remember the time expressions? Yesterday, 2 months ago, and it sounds the same. The logic doesn't get lost if we put this at the beginning too, but it's more common to use it at the end. Now I can also say lately he's falling into debt. It's totally correct, but it's more common to use it at the end. No, same here. Someone has offered Nick money recently. I can also say recently someone has offered Nick money. No, because the time expression can usually be moved even at the beginning of the sentence or at the end, and the meaning doesn't change. No, they are very similar. Recently and lately are very, very similar. It's just the time that is a little bit higher with lately. Not lately is a little bit bigger. Not the time from now, it's a little bit bigger. Recently is a little bit short. And just is like it just happened. No, just acaba de. No, it's basically just. Any questions? All right, let's continue. Oh, and we don't say he fell into debt lately. It's incorrect. No? He fell. The verb, no, it's important, guys. Remember, it's always past participle. All right, it's either have or has. Has for singulars, have for the rest of the nouns or pronouns, and the verb is always past participle. That's very important. That's why we practice so much at the beginning, no, past participle. Okay, and this is a summary really quick to start practicing. Positive form. Oh no, my bad. This is past perfect. Oh no, I'm sorry guys. What happened? So sorry. What happened? No, guys, this one. I apologize. What is it? Sorry. That's I copy the form. Okay. Present perfect. Not the subject. It could be any subject. If it's in singular, we use has. If it's plural, have. No, and that's the past participle. For instance, I have tried sushi. Why have? Because it's not he or she or it. No. If I have he, she, or it, I use has. Negative, same, but after have I have not. No, have not. For instance, I have not tried sushi. No, the negative goes between have or has and the past participle. And for questions like we've seen from the beginning, we use have or has at the beginning, and depending of the subject, if it's singular or plural, no, we choose between have or has, and then past participle, and then the complement. No, in this case, you is an exception. No, remember, I know that you is for singular and plural. No, you the two, you the ustedes. In both cases, we use have. No, so that's why it's have you tried sushi? No, we use have first, subject, past participle, and complement. All right. So, any questions? I'll leave it there until I share my exercise. All right, so let's start really quick with the first one. I'm going to run breakout rooms again. So let me share the first one. Where is it? It's hiding, guys. Okay, so the first one is this one. It's just sentences, affirmative sentences. All right, I'm going to share 3 of these ones. This one is affirmative, you will get negative, and then you will get questions. But I'm going to be sending this in order so you don't get confused, all right? So let's start with the first one. Any questions? The only thing that we do here is to move the words, no? And then we will get not those clicks, those checks if it's correct. That's all. These are affirmative though. All right, so let's run breakout rooms. We have 20 minutes, guys, to work on this. Okay, please accept the invitation. And I'll be joining your groups in a moment. Okay, David, are you there? So we're done. Let's wait until the other ones are here. So what do you think about this tense? Is it difficult? Is it easy? There you have the link if you want to practice a little bit with those cards. It's quite easy, the logic, but sometimes when we speak, we kind of like get stuck a little bit, but if we can, practicing that, we can fix that.
Hey, Poli, te quería preguntar.
Sorry. Okay, so where are the rest? We have to finish this. All right, I think they're here. Okay, guys. So thank you very much. We will finish today's class. Thank you for participating, practicing with all of the exercises. Let's run today's polls. Okay, guys, please respond. I have 5 students, right? I need 5 responses. What else? I have 2. 1 person is missing. Great. All right. So that will be it, guys. Thank you very much. I will assign the new exercises today until Sunday. Let me know if you have any problems with my English lab. All right. That will be it. Thank you, guys. I will take out 5 minutes from the next class. Bye, guys. Take care.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye.